Right at the beginning of her audition, she stated, "I make it a point to do things that scare me, and this is terrifying." Tonight is just one of her many brave moments. This woman lives her life pushing the envelope outside of her comfort zone, challenging herself and courageously tackling her fear. Please join me in welcoming Liz as our first storyteller of the evening.
You look kind of scary. As I stand here, sharing this moment in this place with you, my voice quivers, my hands shake, and I marvel at the thought of all of you in your underwear. That's a good look on you, especially from here. Now you can share in some of this vulnerability. As I stand here, I struggle for the words to contain my own vulnerability. I find myself in my past with the story of a drunk driver that changed my life. How do I talk about all of that with you? I don't want to bore you with my brain injury. I just want to be heard and for you to take a moment and see me and listen, maybe gain some insight on yourself or someone like me that's trying to find their own brave. Here's what I know. This chance encounter with this drunk, scared man changed my world. From everything being in its perfect spot to lessons dented into my soul. With every blessing I thought I had counted, ended crushed in a parking lot of a Dunkin' Donuts. As I stand here, I ask my brain injury why the lessons needed to be so hard on my heart. Why did you make the world so fast and bright that it forced me indoors to hide from nature? Why did you make the world so loud that the sounds felt snugged up against my skin and my love's voices got lost in the chaos? Why did you make the anger for this man so much bigger than the love I felt from those around me? And why did you make peace? I have forgiveness a quest to make peace with him, but then also with myself. Why did you leave me crumbling away while I had to build a new foundation at the same time? Why did you leave me with this elephant in the room that everybody felt, no one talked about? Why did you leave me feeling so alone? Why did you color my world with pain? Why did you take and take and take? And worst of all, why depression? Truth be told, I knew I didn't want to die, but I also knew I didn't want to live this way for another second. I chose a poem tonight about depression because it crosses all of our journeys. Whether you've lost someone, or whether you've almost lost yourself, we all face depression at times, and this shares mine. Trigger warning, if this picture is too much to look at, the words might be a challenge too. Protect your heart, leave, come back, or don't. It's you that needs to decide. Do what you need to do. Like, seriously, don't go on if you can't handle it. I think this is gonna be a hard one. I think I'm writing this warning especially for me to hear. Deep inhale, centering exhale. Okay, here we go. Never have I ever felt so lonely, so hopeless, so negative, so dark. Depression crept in quickly and took over. It was like a dark band of shadow people smothering my light and replacing it with a darkness of endless proportions. Depression was the biggest and the baddest and the blackest symptom. It came in with a crash, and before I knew it, it slipped by while I was closing the door to a fast, bright world I didn't fit in anymore. It put its hand on my shoulder. It took hold. I fought it. I hated it. And sometimes I even listen to it. I'm gonna be super real with you right now. There have been 3 times in the past 5 years where depression's hold almost took me away with it. I literally had to put this down, walk away, and compose myself. Depression has stolen people I love, leaving empty hearts and a million questions, shattered shards of could-have-beens and should-have-beens, epic guilt and lost souls left behind. Hope abandoned like a little duckling standing by itself with no one to imprint on. Depression isn't gone in me. I think it's transformed into suppression. I can keep it in a faraway spot, and occasionally I hear its echo asking me if it could just have 1 quick minute of my time. Suppression. Maybe that's what happens when hope and depression meet. I got raw and I got real. When hope was a dot on the horizon, I screamed for help and I reached. Asking for help is so hard. I was a shitstorm, a swirl of hurt and shame wrapped in a dark, broken shell of me. Depression is not a symptom to ignore. There is no shame in medication, in therapy, in calling hotline numbers, in going to a hospital. Reach. There are so many people qualified to listen to what depression's story is telling you and what it's selling you, people to hold you up, to lasso your hope and keep it from being a green flash on the horizon. Holding hope right here and right now for you. Holding you right here and right now for you and your hope. For you to claim your soul again, guided by your dreams, because they long to come to fruition in your hands. Reach for help. These are the hope holders. They're here for you, for me, for our dreams to be fulfilled so our spirits can dance in the light of our purpose. This is for Alec White, Katie McCarty, Jason Dickey. This is for all the Anthonys and Robins and Kates and Kurts and countless others. This is for their hope to live again, for their dreams left unfinished, pieces on the floor, and for their green flash of hope that got away from them. I give you this gift in their names, the gift of reach. 1-800-273-TALK. Hope holders are here to listen, not to judge. You are not alone. Hope is standing with you. Take its hand. Please reach. Hope is one outstretched hand away. I am